Hello friends, welcome to Modern Programming. I am Pankaj and this is part 9 of ASP.NET Core tutorial. So what is the agenda of this video? So first we'll discuss middleware in ASP.NET Core, then we'll try to configure middleware in our demo project. So first we'll see what is middleware. So middleware is a component or class which is executed on every request in ASP.NET Core application. In the classic ASP.NET, HTTP handlers and HTTP modules were part of request pipeline. Middleware is like HTTP handlers and HTTP modules. Both needs to be configured and executed in each request. Now middleware builds the request pipeline. Okay, so I have created one figure which will illustrate the ASP.NET Core request processing. So suppose you go to the browser and you hit one request. Okay, so HTTP request comes to the IIS, then it goes to .NET Core CLR, then Kestrel server is there. So after that it goes to the main method, which is entry point of your program or your application. Then it go to the configure method of startup class. Okay, then there would be multiple middlewares which will be registered, so you can or configured. So whatever you want to perform, like logging, if you want to do some additional information, means additional actions, you can do that. Okay, then it goes to the app code and then request comes back to the, means sequentially it comes back to the middleware. Then suppose you have multiple request pipelines, so you can do whatever you want in your request pipeline. Then it goes to the configure, then main method, and then Kestrel server, which is internally used by .NET Core, and then .NET Core CLR. Then it goes to the IIS, and then response comes to the browser. So this is how it request flows for the request process for the ASP.NET Core application. Okay, now if you want to configure middleware in your application, so how you can do that? So we can configure middleware in the configure method of startup class using iApplication Builder instance. Okay, we can use run method to configure middleware. Suppose you want to have more than one or multiple middlewares, so you can use method to configure it. Okay, so let's flip to the Visual Studio and we'll see how we can configure the middleware in your project. Okay, so this is a startup.cs class. In the startup.cs class we have one method called as configuration method. Okay, configure method. This is configure service. We are not interested on this. We are going to use this configure method to configure middleware. Okay, so suppose you want to use some built-in middlewares, so how we can do that? Suppose you want to have, I just want to use run method, which will just use the context and so I will just write hello world. Okay, context dot response dot write async, and here I'll just write hello world something. Okay, so this is how our middleware is configured. Now if you will run this application, you will get the hello world in your response. So run method is an extension method on iApplication Builder instance which adds a terminal middleware to the application request pipeline. See, we have got hello world. Okay, so what we have done, we have configured middleware which returns response with a string hello world. Okay, so for each request it will return hello world. Now what is run method? So we can use run extension method to add middlewares. Okay, what is the signature of this run method? So if you want to check the signature, how we can do that? We can just write app dot run. Okay, now if I'll do, see, so this is the signature. It is a public void, and it run means what is it does, it takes request delegates. Okay, the run method is an extension method on application builder and accept a param of request delegate. See, add terminals middleware delegates to the application request pipeline. Okay, so this is how it works. Now you can see this run method accept a method as a parameter whose signature should be matched with the request delegate. Okay, so what is we are passing in the run, this is kind of delegate. Okay, therefore the method should accept the HTTP context parameter and return task. So you can either specify a lambda expression or specify a function in the run method. The lambda expression specified in the run method is similar to the, suppose I will write one more class. See, this is one more my middleware where what I have done, suppose this is simple middleware. It will just return the context. Now if I want to call this method using run method, or call this call this middleware using run method, so we can call it like this. So app dot run my middleware. So let's see what is the output of this. See, we have got output from my middleware. Okay, so we have got hello world from my middleware class or my middleware which I have created. See, which I have created here, and I am just passing this message. But this method is not synchronous. Okay, it is not asynchronous. This is asynchronous. So what it will do, if it is asynchronous, then it will work fine. Otherwise what it will do, it will block the thread till the time it completes the execution. So we'll make it asynchronous. How we can do that? We can just write async here, and instead of returning it, we can just pass await. Okay, so now this is asynchronous. So it is same as this method, means whatever we are expecting here, it is same as that. Okay, so in this way we can configure middleware using run method. Now if you want to configure multiple middlewares, so as I explained, we can use use method. Okay, mostly there will be multiple middlewares components in ASP.NET Core application which will be executed sequentially. Okay, the run method adds a terminal middleware, so it cannot call next middleware as it would be the last middleware in the sequence. So what we'll do, suppose we have one more asynchronous method or one more middleware we have added. From first middleware, and from second middleware. Okay, Now if I try to run this application, what will happen? Let's see. See, we have got hello world from first middleware, and second method will mean method will never be called. Second middleware never be called. Okay, so it is unreachable. You can say it will never be called. So how we can do that? If you want to call, so we can use, instead of using run method, we can use method, and use method accepts next parameter. And what it will do, it will just await for next. Now let's run this. What will happen? Let's see. See, we have got both the output, hello world from first middleware, hello world from second middleware. So using use method, we can configure multiple middlewares, and whatever order we want to use, we can use. Means suppose you want to use this in first order, if you want to use this in second order, so you can use whatever order you want, you can use that. Okay, we can also add built-in middlewares by a NuGet package manager. Okay, so what ASP.NET Core is a modular framework, so we can add server-side feature we need in our application by installing different plugins via NuGet. Okay, there are many middleware plugins available which can be used in our application, like authentication, CORS, routing, session, static files, diagnostic. We have multiple middlewares available, so we can use whatever is our requirement. Suppose we want to use for authentication, so you can use authentication middleware. We can use, if you want to enable CORS, so we can use CORS middleware. We can use routing middleware if you want. So we have multiple, as per requirement we can use. So what I will show you, I will try to use diagnostic middleware. So suppose you want to use diagnostic middleware, so what we need to do, we have to first download it. So I have used MVC application, so it is already there. So if you want to check it, you can check. See, in our project asset.json, what we need to add, actually we need to add in the dependencies, we need to add Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.diagnostics. Okay, and whatever the version available you can use. Okay, if you have added this, see, if you want to add this, you can just add the dependency here in your project asset.json file, and it will automatically download the required package from NuGet package manager, and then we can use multiple methods which are available in the diagnostics. Okay, so we have like developer exception page middleware, we have exception handler middleware, we have status code page middleware, we also have welcome page middleware. So suppose you want to add welcome page middleware, so what we can do, we can just, I'll remove this, and we'll try to use app.welcome page. And now if you will run this application, why it is giving error? Because we are in the folder view, not in the. So what I need to do, first I need to stop this and go to the solution view. How to switch all these, I have already covered all these things, basics of ASP.NET Core, in my YouTube channel. So if you want to check, you can check here in YouTube. I have means I have covered everything from part 1 to 8, so you can go to the YouTube and you can check my all the tutorials available here. Okay, so let's run this application and we'll see. So as I have used welcome page, so it should, yeah, we have got welcome page which is by default there in that NuGet package manager. So we can use different extension method to include different middleware. Okay, we have multiple extension methods like exception and all, so we can use it as per requirement. Okay, in our next video what I will do, I'll try to implement logging functionality in the ASP.NET Core application. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share the video and subscribe the channel for upcoming videos.